On a normal weekday, I'd be crying at 6:27 because I didn't want to get out of the bed. This morning, though, is a Saturday, and I am up. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. Now, during the work week, you can't drag me out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm crying. I don't want to get up. Ugh. But today it's a holiday. It's a holiday, so I had to get up early. Now I know you're wondering, girl, what holiday is in August? Well, it's the really good, really big, really cheap book sale that I go to every year. I'm not trying to go in there and buy everything I see. I'm actually going to try to be very, very strategic in what I do get. So if they happen to have any copies at all of Children of Blood and Bone, that's top of my list. Book club books, any books by my favorite authors that I don't have. So I'm taking pictures of my shelves to make sure I don't double buy, because I have a bad habit of repeat buying. I'm going to take a backpack because I have found that it's a lot easier to carry a bunch of books on your back. So I'm going to take a backpack and a large tote bag, and if and when those get full, I'm done. Okay, so I am pulling up now at the location where the book sale is being held, and I just did not want to stand in line outside for so long. I can already see there's so many cars out here, so many people here for the early bird, but I just didn't want to stand out here. So I've got plenty of time, even if it takes me 10 minutes to get in. I've got plenty of time to get in there and shop before they open up the doors at 8:30 to the general public. So I'm going to get in here, get parked. Oh, there's a nice park. Oh, here's a nice park right here. Don't get my park lady. Okay. So yeah, I'm parking the car and I'm so excited. Here we go. Okay, so I'm here at the book sale. As you can see, I'm in line. I'm very close to the end of the line, actually, but they will open the doors at 7:30, and all of us will run inside and grab the best of the best books that we've been looking for, or anything that we find that, looks interesting. So I'm really excited. Okay, so I forgot to take pictures of my shelves like I was supposed to, and I just hope I don't repeat buy. I'm most worried about repeat buying when it comes to J.D. Robb, but maybe if I get some of her newer books, I won't end up buying something that I already have. We'll see. Good morning.
Morning.
So you're here at the book sale this morning, bright and early.
Yes.
So what are you looking for today? Who are some of your favorite authors?
Well, I'm a high school English teacher, so I'm looking for stuff to fill my library with. At each start of each year, get rid of some of the older books that kids aren't reading anymore, and I try to bring in newer stuff. They like, John Green, Lori Halls Anderson.
Yeah.
Some of those. My favorite author is Amy Tan, though. But I've already got all her books, so I won't be buying anything.
So you're just out here basically looking for books that may interest your kids, and also looking for yourself. But
yeah. Oh, I'm always on the lookout for that. But yeah, mostly for my classroom.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a friend here who's a little camera shy, but she said that I could interview her here today. So what are you looking forward to the most today?
So I just like filling up my bookshelf for the year. I come every year, I get a couple bags of books, put them on the shelf, and then as I finish them through the year, I put them in bags again and then bring them back to donate for next year's set.
Nice.
So it's a cycle, and it's just a fun way to find things that you wouldn't maybe otherwise find.
So you book haul and unhaul?
I do.
Yes.
Yep, it's a convenient way to get them and get rid of them.
My problem is that I book haul, but I don't unhaul enough.
See, I'm not a keeper of books. Like, that's not something I'm driven to do. So it's a nice way to just
the book
donate
hoarder
them
is
back.
hiding.
Exactly.
I am a book hoarder. But yes, I do plan to unhaul. after today, but I'm trying to be very strategic in what I buy and not go crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of fun when you come back the next year and you see the book that you know you donated back.
Yes, I have
like,
done
somebody
that. I
else
have
gets a
found my
chance.
own books here. I open it up because I put my name in on my books, and I'm like, yeah, that was mine. And then you're tempted to buy your own book back. Have you ever done that?
No.
Oh, it's just me again. Okay, well, thank you.
Absolutely.
As it is so quiet in here for it to be so many people, everybody's just concentrating on what they want to buy. It's just so funny. I haven't even been halfway around. I've been milling around hardback fiction, and they don't have a lot of books by African American authors. They don't have a lot of newer books as I was hoping, but I'm going to head down and try to look for some J.D. Robb. Okay, I'm going to try to record. This lady keeps announcing, every like 5 minutes she's talking about something. But anyway, I finally made it to the J.D. Robb section, and I have to figure out what I don't have. Let's see. Salvation in Debt, do I have that? I know I don't have this book. Here she is again. Guys, my bag is so full. Oh my God. I haven't even filled my book bag. What I think I'm going to do, because my hands are killing me from carrying this heavy bag. So I'm going to put some of these books in my backpack and make it a little bit easier. I am going to look for... I'm about ready to go, to tell the truth. It's hot, I'm tired, I'm hungry. I think I'm going to go look for some Richard Wright, maybe, see if I can find any of his works. I couldn't find anything by Donald Goins, J. California Cooper, Benicio McFadden. I did find some David Baldacci, but I'd already read most of those. Did find some Harlan Coben. I already read most of those. Only found one Linwood Barclay book, and I think I already have it, but I don't know, so I'm going to buy it just in case I don't. Found some J.D. Robb that I don't have, and I'll show you everything else in my haul video when I get back to the house. Okay, so I am back home, and I'm going to show you what I hauled, but before I do, I have to say that, first of all, I'm proud of myself for not going overboard today. I did go in with a plan, and I stuck to it. I did very well. I only hauled 20 books today. Yes, I couldn't believe it. Instead of doing the 40, 50, 60, 70 that I normally would, I only did 20 books. Here's my receipt, $16. So you add the 10 from the early bird special to that is $26. So we're looking at what, about $1.30 a book or something like that. I don't know. I can't do math, so y'all will figure it out. But I enjoyed going to the sale, and I had to ask myself, because I didn't do a massive haul, was it worth paying the extra $10 to go at 7:30? And yes, it was to me for two main reasons. Number one, convenience. I was glad that I went early, because even in that small crowd, it started getting hot in there, and I'm just glad I didn't have to look, for books around massive hordes of people, So that was one reason I was glad I went early, and the second reason was opportunity. I had the opportunity to find 4 book club books, and out of the 4 I found, 2 of them, I got the only copy, and then the other 2, there were only small quantities of those books. So for me, it was worth it to go early for those 2 reasons. I'll be honest and say I wasn't exactly pleased with the book selection this year as I have been in the past. Maybe people are starting to hold on to books a little bit longer. I don't know. All the books that go to the sale are donated. And there weren't a lot of real popular books that are popular right now. Let me just say that. And I know that books go through a popularity cycle, and that books that are popular today will show up in the book sale probably next year or the year after. But you can't blame a girl for having hopes wishes and dreams that she would have found at least one copy of Children in of Blood and Bone in that book sale. But I didn't, and it's okay. I was looking for that and for Here Comes the Sun by Nicole Dennis Benn, and neither of those was there. But it is what it is. I didn't see very many books by Black authors, and that was very disappointing because I really did look. I saw one Alice Walker, one Terry McMillan, one Rochelle Allairs, one Kimberly Lawson Roby, one Felicia Mason, one Carl Weber, one Ernest Gaines. That's what I saw. I did not see any Eric Jerome Dickey, Victoria Christopher Murray, Rashonda Tate Billingsley. I didn't see any Bernice McFadden, J. California Cooper, Donald Goins, Richard Wright. I did not see any Tananarive Due, Octavia Butler. None. Now, granted, people could have been walking through and picking up those books as they went, but I just don't think that those books were there. And I think maybe it's because we didn't donate those books. Maybe Black people, maybe were hoarding our books. I know I am. And that's why they weren't there. But I know I've gone in the past and they've had lots of books by Black authors in the past. This year, not so much. Anyway, let's get to the haul. Although I was disappointed in the selection of what I saw today, I'm pleased and content with what I did end up bringing home. Okay, just want to say that. So let's start with the book club books that I got. This one is The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. There were about 7 copies of this book, okay, that were on the table. This book, I didn't see any other copies of this one. Things Fall Apart, Chinua Achebe. There were 3 copies of this book, I think. Island Beneath the Sea, Isabel Allende. And this last book, I was so happy to see it because I wanted to read this book for so long. I had just got the audiobook from the library and I found it at the sale. I really didn't think I would, but it is Behold the Dreamers by Umbolo Umbue. Not sure how to pronounce the last name, but yes, I was most happy about getting this book today. For the few books I did find by Black authors, the first one, I was surprised I didn't already own it, The Women of Brewster Place by Gloria Naylor. New to me author, Delilah Dawson, and the book is called Wanting It. Now, what really ticked me off about this book was when I read the fine print when I got home, and it says the final book of the Orchid Soul trilogy. Doggone it, it's part of a trilogy, and this is the last book. So I don't know if I'm even going to bother going to get the first 2 or not. I was just done when I saw that. Mr. Elin Harris, If This World Were Mine, one of my favorite authors of all time. I just love it. Remember when you fell in love with Elin Harris's work and you had to just read everything that he wrote? So yeah, he was spilling some secrets way back then. I was kind of young and naive to a lot of stuff he was talking about, but I was so glad to read his books. And then we have We Take This Man by Candice Dow and Damia S. Poole. I listened to this book not too long ago on audio, and it had me rolling. I mean, cracking up the whole time because of the nonsense and foolishness that's involved in this story. One man, 2 wives, can it last forever? Honey. So this is the kind of book you read after you're coming down off of a book that's very emotional and very serious, and you just want to relax and read something entertaining. Honey, that book just cracked me up. As far as thrillers are concerned, I had to get books by one of my favorite authors of all time, and in full transparency, I had a stack of his books. I mean, a stack. And then I had to say, Karen, why do you have all those books? If you don't go take some of those books back. And I did. I took them back. Okay. But I got 3 of his books. I got Master of the Game, Mr. Sidney Sheldon, who was the master of the game before he passed away. Doomsday Conspiracy. This one looks practically brand new. And then If Tomorrow Comes, which is one of my favorite books by him. I hauled this book several months ago. My cousin asked me to borrow it. I let her. And so I just decided to go ahead and get my own copy and let her keep that one. That way we don't have to worry about, you know, her trying to get the book back to me anytime soon. And then, of course, you know how I love thrillers. I only got one Harlan Coben, though. What is this? No Second Chance. I got one Linwood Barclay. This was the only Linwood Barclay in there I could find. The Accident. J.D. Robb had her own table. You know, the big authors that have a lot of books, they usually devote an entire table to them. So there was a J.D. Robb table, Tom Clancy, Pat Conroy, Nicholas Sparks, James Patterson, David Baldacci, yada yada, whatever, whatever. So for J.D. Robb, I got Divided in Death, and I got Obsession in Death. Yeah. And then I got some books from my little boot, my little grandson, who's 18 months old. And so here are the books I got him. Oh, Cookie's guessing game about food. Grover's guessing game about animals. Elmo's first book of colors. And Big Bird's guessing game about shapes. And finally, this big book, Elmo and Friends, where, you know, you open up the book and you point to different things and you just tell them what it, oh, look, baby, a balloon, fire hydrant, you know, that kind of thing. So he likes books like this. But anyway, I'm so sorry that this wasn't a spectacular haul with a lot of wonderful new popular books and what y'all like to read and all of that. But I am content, again, happy and content with what I got. I'm not going to go to the bag sale tomorrow. The bag sale is where you fill up a bag with as many books as you can for $10. Because number one, I don't need to bring any more books in this house, to tell the truth. I really need to do an unhaul since I bought these. And number two, based on the selections that I saw today, I don't really feel like it would be worth my time to go back tomorrow. So I look forward to checking them out again next year. So this has been my book sale vlog. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you read any of the books and you liked them and enjoyed them, just comment down below. Thank you for your patience. I normally don't do videos that are this long, so if you stuck to the end, I just want to say thanks. All right, have a good one. Bye bye.